Hi, everybody. Welcome to Los Angeles English School. My name is Helen, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at some phrases and idioms that we can use when we talk about when something doesn't work or something doesn't go as it was planned. So, if you remember, we're doing the series of phrasal verbs and idioms, and this is episode number 3. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and also give us a like. Alright, so let's dive into our episode. We're gonna take a look at some expressions. And first of all, please try and guess the phrase. Maybe you already know something. So let's imagine that you are about to present something to the audience. But your confidence before a presentation is gone. So it's kind of somewhere you lost it. So you can say that your confidence went out the window. So if something goes out the window, it disappears. You lose it. Your plans can go out the window. Your promises can go out the window. Hopefully, it's not about you. So when you lose something, it's gone. It goes out the window. So let's just repeat this phrase together. Go out the window. Go out the window. Perfect. Let's move to the next phrase. So let's say you spend your money on a bad investment, or you just spend your money on things that you do not really need. So that means that your money went down the drain. Down the drain. So when something goes down the drain, so you waste it. For example, money. But you also can waste your plans. You can say, my plans went down the drain, so that something didn't work, and you couldn't fulfill what you've planned. Let's say this expression together. Down the drain. Down the drain. So normally something goes down the drain. Perfect. Let's go to the next one. Let's say you have an important document, and this important document for a meeting is missing. You cannot find it anywhere. It's not only about a document, so you cannot find something. It just disappeared. You can say that it vanished into thin air. So vanish into thin air, it means to disappear all of a sudden. You can say, oh, where is my phone? I cannot find it. It vanished into thin air. Let's say this phrase together. Vanish into thin air. Vanish into thin air. Great. Let's go to the next phrase. Let's say you lost a close friend's contact forever. You cannot find it. So you just lost it. It's gone. So if you lose something forever, that would mean you lose something for good. Lose for good. And there is actually nothing good about that. So, but for some reason, we would say, I lost it for good. That means I lost it forever. Let's say it together. Lose for good. Lose for good. Okay, so now we're gonna practice this a little bit more, and we're gonna do this fill in the gaps activity so that you can remember the phrases better. So let's do it together. I'm gonna read the sentences for you, and you try and think what expression you have to use, and you have to use it in a correct form. Okay, so we have a hint in here. Think of a situation where something suddenly disappears. After hours of searching for the contact, it seemed to have So which expression do you think you need to use in here? I hope you did well. So after hours of searching for the contract, it seemed to have vanished into thin air. It seemed to have vanished into thin air, meaning it seemed to have disappeared. Okay, let's go to number 2. So we have a hint here. Imagine a plan or a goal that completely falls apart. And let's read a sentence together. After all those holiday treats, my healthy eating plan went. Okay, so what happened to your eating plan? So you can say, my eating plan went out the window. So it went out the window. It just fell apart. It didn't work. I ruined my plan. Okay, let's go to number 3. So we have a hint in here. Think of how someone might lose something permanently, like an item during a move. So I packed my grandmother's vase carefully, but it somehow got broken during the move, and now it's... So which phrase do you think you can use in here? So it was impossible to repair that broken vase, which means it's just gone forever. So you can say, and now it's lost for good. It's lost for good, meaning it's gone. So we cannot repair it. Okay, and we have one more here. We have a hint for you. Consider how money can be wasted due to poor investments. The company pulled millions into the project, but due to poor planning, all the money went. Which expression do you think you can use here? Exactly. So all the money went down the drain. So if money went down the drain, that means that that was lost. So we actually didn't invest it correctly. Okay, so great job, you guys. And we're moving on to our next activity. So here what we have to do is we have the expression that we just looked at, and I have some questions for you. I would like you to think about those questions and think how you would answer the questions. It's very important that you need to use the expressions in your answers. I also encourage you to type your answers in the comments below the video. All right, so let's think about those questions. So as we mentioned, something can go out the window, something can fly out the window, something can be out the window, and you can also toss something out the window. So you can say my plants went out the window, they flew out the window, they are out the window, and I just tossed them out the window. So, what are some common reasons why people's resolutions fly out the window shortly after making them? What do you think? How would you answer this question? Pause for a second and try and say something. If you do not know, though, resolutions, it's some promises that we make. Normally, New Year's resolutions when people celebrate New Year and the New Year is coming. They promise and set some goals, right? So they make resolutions, maybe to start a new job or to study a new skill or to do something, to lose weight, to start exercising. But sometimes our resolutions, they just go out the window. Why do you think that happens? Can you write your answer in the comments? But I think that sometimes our resolutions fly out the window just because we don't have enough planning or we don't have enough discipline. And we should start with some simple steps, and sometimes it seems too complicated. So let's go to the next one. We have down the drain. I'm just gonna move it over here. So how can you avoid spending money down the drain? Pause for a minute and try to give an answer. Okay, so for me, I personally try to create my shopping lists when I do any shopping, when I go shopping, either it's for clothes or for groceries. When you have a plan, when you have a list and you stick with it, then you probably um, can avoid spending money down the drain. So, what do you do not to spend money down the drain? You can think about it. You can also write your answer in the comments below so you can practice using this phrase. Great. So, moving on to the next phrase, vanish into thin air. How would you react if a friend you were supposed to meet suddenly vanished into thin air without any explanation? Pause for a second, say your answer, but do not forget to use this phrase. Great. So for me, if my friend or some of my friends, they just disappeared, vanished into thin air without any explanation, I would first text them. Then if they didn't respond, I probably would call them and I'll see what happens. So sometimes uh, actually something might happen to people, right? And we have to double check if they're okay. Maybe they're not just ignoring us, right? All right, so we have our final question there with lose for good. Have you ever lost for good contact with a close friend? What led to it? And how did you handle it? Pause for a second, try to give your answer, and use this phrase in a sentence in your answer. Okay, so I actually lost a few contacts with my friends. They were not really close. Yeah, I just moved to another city and we somehow just drifted apart, but they were not actually my very close friends. And I lost contact with them for good. All right, so these are our phrases. Again, we have go out the window, down the drain, vanish into thin air, and lose for good. What I would like you to do is you can write your answers in the comments below using the phrases. This way you can practice and remember them better. All right, so this actually brings us to the end of this video. I hope that these expressions were helpful for you. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, a reminder that I'm going to make one video every week and I'm going to add the video to a playlist. So, we have the playlist created already for idioms and phrasal verbs. So, I have a new episode every week. Thank you for being with me, and I wish you have a great rest of your day. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!